there's nothing static. Okay, I mean, everything is evolving. The situation in Myanmar is evolving. ASEAN is evolving. So, of course, there's nothing wrong with the 5-point consensus. This is the decision by the ASEAN leaders, also include Myanmar, back in 2021, the 5-point consensus when they reached. But, of course, what we have been doing is to implement as many of those 5-point consensus as possible. But of course, we have been able to do so much that we could do. Certainly, of course, that's what the leaders have been doing, is to review the 5-point consensus. They started to review back in Cambodia in 2022, November 2022, looking at what is the status of implementation. Then again, this year, when the leaders meet again, have been meeting again. At the same time, the leaders have been tasking the ASEAN foreign ministers to also review. In a way, is that yes, on the one hand, there are some what you can see some movement forward. Okay, Indonesia this year, for example, Indonesia has been able to meet and have more than 140 engagements with the different stakeholders in Myanmar in trying to move forward on the inclusive dialogue of Myanmar. At the same time, of course, on the humanitarian assistance front, we're trying to assist as much as possible. Now, of course, what you see in terms of the new direction that the leaders already decided that the 5-point consensus remains in place. Myanmar will, of course, also the what we call the non-political representation at the ASEAN Summit Forum will also remain in place. There's a more call for de-escalation violence. Certainly, of course, we want to say no more violence on the grounds there, and also call for more national inclusive dialogue. Because the only way to move forward is to make sure that the different key stakeholders in Myanmar will be able to participate in the process. And that's why Myanmar is working very hard. At the same time, one add, this is something quite new, is that the leaders decided to move forward on having what we call the key players on the ASEAN part to work together, meaning that the current, what we call the previous and incoming, basically ASEAN chairs, to continue to play this role together.